Smokas, folks, this ain't no dang jokas. Yes, SDC SmileDirectClub is $4 a share. Wow, what a move down for SmileDirectClub here after hours. We get to discuss the stock, what's going on with the stock, the underlying fundamentals of the company as they just came out with earnings. We're going to discuss those. We're going to discuss if I'm buying the stock in after hours trading, any moves I'm making in regards to this, and will I be buying this stock tomorrow or am I staying away from it? So I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, all I ask in return is that you smash that thumbs up button. That helps out huge in the YouTube algorithm and lets me know you guys enjoy me, discussing a stock that's just getting absolutely obliterated. So, as of today, the company's trading right around a $2 billion market cap, but let's be quite honest, tomorrow this should be a $1-point-something billion market cap, maybe $1.5, $1.7 billion. So yeah, the stock has been absolutely devastated, and it's not like it just, this is the only hit it's taken. So look at this stock, okay? Basically, when the market was flying high with a lot of the smaller cap stocks like an SDC, right? This stock hit like $16 a share. And since February, the stock went from about 16 to now, after hours trading, $4 a share. And actually, technically at one point after hours, it was like $3.99. So it actually did hit the threes in after hours trading, right? Think about that for a moment. In a matter of months, and that's how quick things can happen in the stock market where, a stock can be high flying. Now, keep in mind, like this doesn't just happen to Apple stock or something like that, or a more stable company, right? This isn't going to happen to Google or Facebook or something like that. But when you get into some of the smaller cap companies, this is the type of stuff that can happen. Like you can lose 60, 70, 80% in a snap of fingers, right? On the flip side, and I covered this on my video earlier today, right? Voyager stock. This is a stock I was down like $90,000 down. Like $90,000 I was down in that stock, right? And then in a matter of like 2 weeks, now I'm up $50,000+, right? So you got to understand with some of these smaller companies, it can get bad really, really dang fast, and man, can it get good really, really fast, right? And so SmileDirectClub, whoo, man, just vicious. I mean, it is a vicious fall for the stock nonetheless. Now let's look at their earnings, okay? Here, let me just tell you, their earnings were trash, okay? And I'm not talking about trash as in, like put it in the recyclable bin. I'm talking about trash as in put it in the regular trash can, okay? Ooh, take it out to the landfill. Total revenue of $138 million. That's a decrease of 18% year over year. Net loss of $89 million. That's a decrease of 105% year over year. Adjusted EBITDA of $54 million loss there. Woo-wee! Diluted EPS a 23-cent loss, a decrease of 109% year over year. Total revenue year to date, a little better news, okay? Total revenue of $511 million, increase of 8.3% over a year period. Net loss, massive, $240 million. That's an improvement, sadly enough. Adjusted EBITDA loss of $72 million, an improvement of $13 million over the prior year period. Diluted EPS loss of 62 cents. That's sadly enough an improvement, okay? So needless to say, the year-to-date numbers aren't horrible. They're getting a little better across the board. However, this latest quarter, oh man, it's got to be one of the worst quarters I've seen any company report in quite a while, needless to say, okay? I mean, that is bad on bad on bad on bad. Like I said, this isn't the recyclable bin. This is the regular trash. It is nasty, okay? Now, key operating metrics. Third quarter unique aligner shipments of 69,906. Third quarter average aligner gross sales price, ASPs, okay, of $1,900 for the third quarter compared to $1,794. So if you want a small bit of good news, that might be the only good news you find in this whole dang quarter, okay, is the fact that ASPs at least were up by about $106 on average versus the same quarter a year ago, okay? So that's good. Quote, we are disappointed with our third quarter results driven by the macroeconomic headwinds that are influencing the spending of our core demographic, said David Katzman, the CEO and chairman of SmileDirectClub. While we could not have anticipated the rapidly evolving nature of this impact on our consumer, we have responded quickly to focus on the marketing and helping support them during this time, while we also move upstream with higher income demographics through the Challenger campaign and investments in our dental partner network, which is going to be very, very key for them. We remain incredibly optimistic and believe we are well positioned to continue to capture the global opportunity in the rapidly expanding market for clear aligners. So essentially what has happened over the past few years, let's say, right? You have Align Technologies, Invisalign, which has just been a beast stock and been a beast business model, okay? And they just, SmileDirectClub's gone nowhere in terms of their stock price, business model, anything like that. And meanwhile, Align's just went to the moon, literally. Like, if you got in that stock 10 years ago, like, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's all I have to say about that. Even 5 years ago, the gains have been ridiculous. SmileDirectClub's getting outcompeted across the board recently over the past couple years, okay? Doesn't mean it's going to continue like that. It's just that's the way it's kind of worked out over the last, let's call it, few years. SmileDirectClub Chief Financial Officer Kyle Whaley's, the third quarter, this is his quote, "The third quarter results do not fully reflect the investments we have made to grow our brand as a macroeconomic environment for a core demographic, along with Apple privacy changes earlier this year, have presented significant challenges to digitally native brands such as SmileDirectClub." Hey, you know what? I think this is the biggest negative thing for their business model, the Apple privacy changes, okay? Here's what's going on here. Apple changed their privacy, basically policy for apps like Facebook and other social medias. And guess what? For SmileDirectClub, that was key, that they could use Facebook and other social platforms to advertise to folks and get a lot of data and hopefully get a pretty good ROI, right? The issue is Apple's totally changed everything, and so now SmileDirectClub has to figure out how the heck do we get to people's faces, right? To the right people's faces, spend accordingly, and grow the business, and hopefully do it in somewhat of a profitable way in future years, right? And they're not going to get there right now, I can tell you that much. But in future years, get to profitability with this new challenge of Apple privacy, okay? And so you have that, in my opinion, is the main negative driver for this company right now. They say, we have a product and service offering that is highly competitive with the incumbent in our space, Align Technologies, at a significantly lower cost and a true differentiator compared with teledentistry competitors. The liquidity in our balance sheet, this is very important, the liquidity in our balance sheet and the strengthening of our brand will allow us to execute on our lead strategy and change the composition of our marketing spend to more efficiently and effectively drive long-term growth, which is key, right? And like I said, at the end of the day, this all, in my personal opinion, once again, I can't be an executive of that company, but I can tell you, if I was to get in there and look at things, I would say more than likely the Apple privacy changes has created a real issue for SmileDirectClub's business model in the short term, and they're trying to adjust to it right now. That is my personal opinion, and obviously they mentioned it. I just think they should have mentioned it 10 more times because I think it's a huge deal nonetheless. As far as full year 2021 guidance for the company expects total revenues to be in the range of $630 million to $650 million, while macroeconomic trends persisted into October 2021. From a demand perspective, the company notes that the business can be highly variable from month to month, quarter to quarter basis, right? I mean, I've seen this company, reporting horrible numbers, and all of a sudden they start reporting great numbers, and it's like, woo, everything's great. And then, now things just tanked again. So I've seen that a few times with this company. The assumptions underlying the revenues estimates include Q4 revenue expected to be in the range of $120 million to $140 million, a continuation of the macroeconomic headwind that was evident in Q3 into Q4, a small ramp in Germany and Spain as we continue to onboard more locations and increase marketing investments, as we have continued to expand our Challenger campaign, and as a result of iOS security changes on targeting effectiveness, we have changed our lead strategy to be more focused on higher funnel leads through our platforms such as TV. This strategy is expected to have an impact on our marketing effectiveness at driving near-term revenue, but be more effective and efficient at driving long-term revenue growth. So that is key. So basically, short-term stuff, they're trying to work through all this at the end of the day, okay? And so, needless to say, quarter was trash, okay? We know that, okay? Now, let's take ourselves away from the quarter for a moment here, right? And if we just view SmileDirectClub as a company, is this company going to grow significantly over the next 5-10 years? Absolutely, in my opinion. Is there service and product needed out there in the market? Absolutely, right? They come in at a cost far lower than Align, right? The traditional company that's competing in this space. And so absolutely there has to be, two big dog players in this market, and SmileDirectClub will be one of those players, right? It's just the flat out honest truth is the business model is in a very, very tough place in the short term, and that's why this stock is $4 after hours, okay? That is why, okay? So now, this is key, okay? On liquidity, SmileDirectClub retains approximately $263 million in accounts receivable and $308 million of cash on the balance sheet, okay? Now, what you're seeing there is key, guys, because if you're talking about a business model that's in distress, so like SmileDirectClub, where revenue just went down 18% year over year, where they're taking big losses, if I'm going to be in this stock, right, I have to feel comfortable that they have enough money to get themselves to a place where the revenues start going up again. And hopefully the company goes from taking massive losses to making actual profits on the bottom line, right? Even if it's a small profit, that's a huge change, right? And so needless to say, this company is in a very, very strong capital position as of today, okay? And they need that capital because, there's a lot to work through here, no doubt. The conference call went on live. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it. I'll likely listen to it on the Hungry Bowl app, the Hungry Bowl, download on your iOS and Android store now. I'll likely listen to it on the Hungry Bowl tonight and get my full opinion as far as the conference call goes there, okay? Now, this is very, very important, okay? In regards to SmileDirectClub, you're going to hear, there's a lot of folks that are, short sellers of SmileDirectClub. A huge short interest on this stock. A lot of people that are short. So you're going to hear everybody saying this company's going bankrupt. They're going to zero. They're going to $1, going $2, stuff like that, right? I was on the Tesla message boards last night, and, people like, Tesla's going to 800, opening bell. You read stuff like this. Bloodbath today at market open is going to be negative 25% plus, just... Whenever a company's caught in a tough position for whatever reason, right? Whether it's a CEO tweets that they're going to sell some shares, or whether it's a situation like this where they reported trash earnings, you're going to have everybody say the stock's going to zero. It's going to go down, another 50% or something like that. And not to say it can't, because those are always possibilities, right? But just understand you're going to see that sort of stuff out there. Okay. Now, in terms of me, what did I go ahead and do with this particular stock? Well, here's the thing you got to remember, right? Think about this for a moment. In regards to stock market, if your stock has extremely high expectations and a flying high stock price that's shooting off, right? All it takes is you to just kind of disappoint a little bit and that stock goes down. And so this is why a lot of times people are in a stock and they see the company report a beat on revenue, a beat on EPS, and even a beat on future revenue, and the stock price will go down. And people are like, what the heck, man? They beat all their numbers. Well, if you have a high-flying stock price and the expectations are sky high, if you just don't come in with these ridiculous numbers, your stock price falls, right? Now, on the flip side, when you have a beaten down dog stock like SmileDirectClub certainly falls into that category, right? The expectations are through the floor, right? No one expects anything from this company, right? Like nothing. Now, all SmileDirectClub has to just say something a little positive in future quarters. They just have a little decent numbers, little improvements in revenue and profitability and margin and expanding the business model and things like that. As long as they report some small things, the stock price can boom because the expectations there are no expectations for the stock. It is bad, 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 right? The analysts are all going to bring down their numbers in a massive way likely tomorrow for not just this year, but next year as well. And so you're going to have this dog pile of just negativity around SmileDirectClub, no expectations, and that's going to be that, right? And so now you're going to have this stock that is a $3, $4, whatever, $5 stock, whatever it trades at over the next few months, and just Wall Street's not going to be there. They're just going to be like, we don't expect anything from this company. And as long as in 2022, they report some glimmers of hope, the stock will likely fly in that situation, right? And so I look at the stock as a 2022, 2023 play that I'm looking at, and I actually want to build a pretty decent sized position in the stock because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, okay, I think a lot of their customers are going to come back. I think they're going to have already worked through the Apple stuff over the next couple quarters, right? And so in the middle of 22 into the back half of 22 and into 23, I think this company's going to start reporting some very positive stuff. And the stock, when you're a $3, $4, $5 stock, it doesn't take a lot of positivity to all of a sudden move your stock back to double digits, right? And all of a sudden you get a quick gain, real nice, And like I said, long term, I expect this is a business model that's here to stay in my personal opinion, okay? And they're in a good capital position to work through this tough time. So I never buy stocks after hours, but with this one, I went ahead and bought. shares after hours, okay? I bought $8,800 after hours. This one was at $4 even. Then I went ahead and bought more shares because I thought about it and I was like, I think I'm going to buy some more. So I bought 5,000 more shares at $4.04 after hours. And like I said, I don't usually make after hours moves. It's very, very rare, but this stock is down 22, 24, 25% after it's already been, we looked at that stock. It was $16 back, in February, and it's $4 and even trading under 4 for a little bit. So I said, let me go ahead and let me buy some shares after hours. So I went ahead and did that. Okay. Now, as far as tomorrow, I'm not done buying this stock. If it goes to below 390 tomorrow, I will likely, keyword is likely, more than likely, buy some more shares of SmileDirectClub if it's lower than 390 tomorrow, okay? If it's, 410, 450, something like that, I'll just hold the shares I currently have, and we'll just kind of play it how it goes, and we'll see if it drops any more, this upcoming week or whatnot. But that's basically my plan. If it's lower than 390 tomorrow, I'll probably buy another 5,000 shares or so tomorrow. If it's under 390, if it's not, and it's 420, 430, 430, 440, 450, I'll probably just hold what I currently have and wait to just see if there's any more that shakes out of there. But needless to say, it was an ugly after hours, and I think there's going to be a lot of folks attracted to this stock now that it fell so dang much after hours. I think there's been a lot of people kind of keeping an eye on SmileDirectClub that haven't invested, that are just kind of waiting for that big, massive, I don't want to call this the last big downfall of SmileDirectClub, because it certainly might not be, right? It just feels like, it's pushing that way, and so I think a lot of folks have been watching this one, and I think there's going to be a lot of new shareholders that emerge tomorrow. And as far as a lot of folks selling out, I honestly don't see a lot of retail selling out, because I think a lot of folks that have gotten in the stock over the past couple months as it fell from, $6 to $5 to $4, I think a lot of those folks are kind of looking at this, and they were playing this as a 2022, 2023 play anyways. So whatever happens in 2021, I don't think people really care about it, to be completely honest. This move after hours is likely a Wall Street move. The reason this traded down to $4 is likely not because retail investors all were like, sell, sell, sell. This is likely Wall Street selling the stock. There's a huge short interest on this stock, and we know the short sellers like to play games, okay? And so we'll see what happens in tomorrow's trading. I'm ready to go. If the stock falls there, I do have to obviously keep ammo around, because Tattooed Chef's reporting this week, Honest is reporting this week. I don't know if either of those stocks will fall, probably not, but if they do, I got to be ready to buy those as well. So that's why I can't go too crazy. But I will tee up 5,000 plus shares, likely if the stock is below 390 tomorrow. So anyways, that's SmileDirectClub. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, risk reward is key. I can't risk too much in the stock because they're not in a good place with their business model right now. So I got to, I think there's big reward here, but I can't go too crazy. So if you're wondering why I don't make this into a $500,000 or a $750,000 or $1 million position, it's because absolutely this stock has, significantly more risk than most stocks I get into. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, all I ask in return is that you smash that thumbs up button. Lets me know you guys enjoy a video like this where I get into a beaten down dog stock. Hungry Bull! If you haven't got a chance to download it yet on your iOS and Android store, you can listen to earnings calls right inside the app. I'm going to likely do that with the SmileDirectClub earnings here, because I think we should have that up tonight. So SEC reports, the financials, news, all those sorts of things. Much love as always, guys, and have a great day.